This place is like no other, compiled of 6 floors of anything from an oven-like sauna to 2 entirely different capsule experiences to things I never could have even imagined.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in a freaking refrigerator right now.
One of my favorite parts of traveling all around the world is experiencing the most unique accommodations. From Japan to India to the Maldives, every time I've experienced a new type of housing, there's a certain type of magic that I feel for experiencing such vastly different perspectives. Now, if you didn't catch the last video, yesterday was my first in 104 new adventures in 2020 around the world, starting with eating the best street food of Japan and then Korea in 48 hours. And while the energy of Osaka was unbelievable, Seoul served as one of the most vibrant cities I have ever explored for street food, and is also where we start today's video. And tonight we're experiencing something that I've never experienced before, and I've just actually become aware of. You see, here in Korea, bathhouses, it's a culture in itself, so much so that most of them operate 24 hours a day. So anyway, right now we're on this like ultra blue path here on our way to supposedly the best Korean spa here in Seoul. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. Now, if you've been following my journey at all here through Asia, you'll know that the words naked and men have been starting to be used much more frequently than normal in my typical vocabulary. Let me tell you, in this one right now, I have never used those words in my head so much. With that said, let's get changed and let's start experiencing this incredible Korean bathhouse. So there's a total of 6 different floors here, starting with the first floor of the bath, then the locker room at the first floor, and there's not just the locker room there's like a barber shop in there. Then moving up to the second floor, we have like the resting room area where you can get a massage or get food supposedly. Then the third is the entertainment floor. It's table tennis, like fitness, party room. I'm currently on the 3rd floor, so that only makes sense to get started with. What do we have here? Okay. This is sweet. There's a freaking entertainment room in the spa. I'm always tempted to play one of these games, but honestly, after Taiwan and specifically Japan, because they're so specific, because you can choose from so many different places to play, these don't necessarily seem the best. There's like a there's a poop bag dispenser. Not exactly the best prize to win. Let's continue to explore. Okay, so I'm back in the gaming room because I didn't want to be obnoxious outside. There seems to be a lot of people just like resting. But this floor, guys, is absolutely crazy. Like, there's entertainment facilities from a karaoke room to a ping pong room to a PC room. Karaoke. I want to do karaoke. That's my goal for this video. Find people to do karaoke with. Now, okay guys, I'm really excited for this because most people, you know, when they think of sauna, they think of a nice wooden house in the middle of the snow that generally just provides a very hot setting. But supposedly at Korean spas, and specifically this one, there's like over a dozen different types of saunas. What? Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh, there's like literally just a row of every room just being a different sauna. So we are definitely gonna leave this one until the last one. Okay, so my thought is there's 3 separate temperatures starting from low, medium to high. So I'm gonna start with low and work my way up. So first up was the low temperature room of the lowest fomentation. Now this room was pretty interesting. It was covered in what looked to be some kind of mud and was a pretty high, low temperature room at 50 Celsius. However, it was a perfect way to start off our sauna discovery. Now, next up was definitely an experience everyone should have. This was the lowest ballroom, where the entire room was covered in these little hot red balls. It's hard to actually express how nice and relaxing this room was, so just take a listen to when you move around in this room. Absolutely
satisfying. Now, probably my favorite rooms, but also the ones where, let's just say, I almost got burned, were the hot temperature salt room and stone rooms. They were so hot that I had to take 2 towels and was like nothing I've ever experienced before. However, something that could have been predicted after them was this.
Oh man, the phone is giving me like an alert. Supposedly it's too hot. I am too. So,
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in a freaking refrigerator right now.
look at the little cords in the back there. It looks like they put a massive freezer in here. Now, the second thing is, there was a guy that just came in and he had just come from the 86-degree room. And he was like this, he was like, he like laid out on the entire bench over here. He was like, he was going through something. But I'm super interested in what this is actually gonna be like. Always like a new experience. Let's go try the 86-degree room. Turns out that there's actually a phone locker here when you go to the 86-degree room. So I'm gonna leave my phone here, go back, and just like immerse myself in the heat. And I'll see you guys after the immersion of the 86-degree heat. I need a smoothie.
About 2 months ago, I started to realize that I had a little bit of a problem. You see, I've been super into audiobooks recently. However, sometimes I sit down, try to listen to the book or try to actually read the book, and it's super difficult to actually pick up and learn the information within that book. However, then I found an app that literally, without being dramatic, has changed my life. Blinkist is the only app in the world that takes thousands of different non-fiction books and condenses them down into 15-minute summaries of the juicy, need-to-know information. For example, last week I listened to Nomadic Matt's How to Travel the World on $50 a day, normally a 368-page book condensed down to just 10 small, short, informative sections. So super excited to say that Blinkist is offering the first 100 of you guys free trials, and also if you want to continue that to a subscription, 25% off. So if you're interested in saving time and overall just experiencing a super cool app, be sure to click that link, be one of those 100 people, and let's get back to the video.
Life is so good right now. As I walk up and down these stairs, it feels like I'm almost in like a massive home. One that's definitely in like a completely different realm that's all about relaxation.
But anyway, before we get on to our traditional dinner, I wanted to go check out the 2 different types of capsules we can sleep in tonight. So welcome to the Capsule sleeper floor, with 2 different types of capsules in 4 separate areas, 2 being for snorers and 2 being for non. Seeing that I don't snore, I ventured down the non-snorers aisle and found my first capsule. Entering into this capsule, I was incredibly impressed by the cleanliness, having a clean folded sheet and pillow. Now, in terms of the comfortability, I honestly wasn't expecting too much out of this capsule since it's both a spa and a capsule hotel. And as you can see, the mattress, although not uncomfortable, it didn't provide the best support. However, comparable to other capsules I've stayed in, it was pretty nice. Also, in terms of the length situation for somebody that's 6'3", it could have been better. Now, of course, privacy is always the biggest concern in a capsule, and this one, although there's a blind, didn't provide too much privacy with having almost like a priest-like wall. However, like I said, there's not just one capsule here to choose from. There's an entirely different type of choice in the next room. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fireplace-like hole in the wall, making you kind of feel like a groundhog that's partying capsule. Coming into this capsule, I felt a very interesting vibe of feeling I was both in Asia, but also Berlin. Now, in terms of the actual specifications here, the comfortability, it was the exact same. The mattress was the same as the first room. And in terms of the privacy, although having the wall covering the entirety of the capsule itself, there was no window to shield yourself from others. So with everything factored in, from the comfortability to the privacy To the overall coolness of the two capsules, the second one completely 100% wins in my opinion. But anyway, now let's continue the adventure with the traditional Korean meal.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, guys. I got a lot more food than I was expecting. Now, obviously, in many Korean restaurants, things come with sides. They come with kimchi and the different, like, vegetables of the day, like this. But I was not expecting to get 6 of them, plus a soup. Oh my gosh, and the bibimbap is served in a clay pot, too. And you can just, like, hear that sizzle. Deliciousness, but also beautiful looking food. Honestly, every moment eating food in Korea, it's just like a constant song, like just a happy song going off in my head every single bite I take. You guys ready for this? Absolute destruction happened here. Every bite and every grain of rice was very much appreciated here. The only thing I can say is I am thoroughly full from that meal.
This is honestly like a Japanese pizza. Secret Japanese alleyways are always a good idea. Let's get outside of our comfort zone. Let's try this challenge. 추천